Okay, so today I've got a simple crossing and finishing drill. Okay, and we build this into a 2v2 as well. So if we go crossing and finishing, and we build this into a 2v2. So it's a 2v2 at the start against just the keeper, okay, and then we built it into 2v2 plus your keepers inside this game zone. So if I'm doing this on a pitch, I'm just going to use a double box, or else I'm going to bring my goal into the D at the 18-yard box, depending on the age and level of the players. Just for the visual of tonight, and just to be able to see, I'm just extending it on the board a little bit, okay, just so we get an idea for the size. I just have two triangles at the edges here, just as my mannequins. So again, if you don't have mannequins, you might just put it on a cone, and you have your player receiving it on the cone, player receiving it off the cone here, so they're taking it past the cone. So football start on the blue side here, and the football start on the red side here. The red players are going to do a pass across as this player comes up. Then it's a big switch out to the red here. So bang, over, switch out. This red is going to take his or her touch past the mannequin, and at the same time we've got communication between those two reds, and we might have a little overlap. We're heading towards this goal. At the same time that is happening, I've got the blues do my pass across here, and a big switch out wide. Okay, so that ball goes across there, back across, this player takes the touch there, and as that's happening, I've got my bit of movement here as well between the blues. We've got one overlapping, one underlapping. Now, I just simply want my two reds going there, my two blues going there, and that ball has been crossed in. And we've got a finish or a save coming up here. At the same time, this one's coming in here, and we might have a blue looking to finish in there, or else a save from the yellow. Okay, now, very simple. Okay, you then, these two that we're attacking now drop out, next two come in, and we have the next two coming in. Okay, same again this one. These two reds drop out, next two reds come in, and we repeat the sequence again. Okay, your two wide players here, you can leave them out for a few minutes, okay, and then you might rotate it. Now if you want to make this really match specific, okay, don't end up putting your centre backs or maybe centre midfielders out here, or your strikers. Now that I said that, you could put a striker out here and let him or her feel, what kind of football do I want delivered into the box, so can I get that distribution as well the way I'd like it to be delivered. Okay, so they get an understanding for who's crossing the ball in on a match day. Okay, but you really want potentially them wide players, your full backs or your wingers in these two areas. Okay, again, just from the balance and the quality of the session, can you go right leggers putting it in here, again right leggers here, then you switch it around. And after a couple of rounds, now you put a red player this side, a blue player this side. So now that red player has to swing it with the left, this blue player swinging with the left again. So can we get balanced? Can we have maybe your left back or your left winger here, left back or left winger on this side as well? So you have good quality crosses coming in. Now, in terms of the session, not much to adapt, and don't change it too much. It's your coaching point. So it's your timing of your run. So as these players are swapping over here, you don't want them in here, okay, and this player's still taking their touch here, okay, so to get them to hold back. Okay, so it's that timing of the run. So the timing of the run has to be important. Hold back, all right, so stay around that edge of the box. As soon as you see this player taking their touch and then getting their eyes up, the minute they get their eyes up, now we might start going. Okay, right, so it's on those tiny little details. So if you want to say eyes up, all right, eyes up, and then we go. Okay, so pick the little triggers that'll help your players when to go and when not to go. Okay, then very important on this one is your communication. Okay, so your communication between the two players in the middle, not only between themselves but also to this player in the wide areas. So you might have your communication here between, you go front, I go back. Okay, so then this player goes front, this player goes back. Okay, so you've that communication made there. Okay, but now not only do we want to pass the ball here and expect this player out wide to deliver the ball, so can we tell that player front post? Okay, and it's that little ball across to the front and that's finishing there. We might say, yeah, chip to the back post, and then it's a chip to the back post here and that player's coming in there. Or we might also say, yeah, pull it. okay, and it's been pulled back to the edge of the box here for that strike from the edge of the box, okay. So think of that information, so communication, and it has to be detailed information coming with it, okay. Enjoy.